Good morning now, everyone. Hopefully, you guys can hear me okay. The first thing I need you to do is make sure you click that thumbs up button to like this post. Try to share this with your family and friends as well through the links. And also in the comments, post where you're from. That would help. Doing that stuff helps out with YouTube algorithms as well. Um, Plus, make sure when you subscribe, make sure you hit that all button. So anytime I go live or post any content in YouTube, you will get notified immediately and you can watch this post, which, like I said, YouTube is another avenue to get you all information faster through notifications. YouTube's very good at when you push it'll push notify you when I post something on Facebook, for example, does not do that. And then you guys are missing posts. Some of my reach is only a couple thousand on some of these posts, and then I do a Facebook Live, and I'm only getting like 2,000 views, and there's 117,000 of you. So Facebook is not directing our forecasts and stuff and the information to you. So this is why we came over to YouTube to give you another avenue to go to get weather information. Now, let's get right into it. We have a weekend system coming in. All right, so this is my forecast totals for right now. I'm going to go over. I'm going to go over this area right in here because it's starting to look a little bit more interesting on the HRRR. And I'm going to show you that here in just a second. Now, light blue may be a dusting. The reason why I even expanded this all the way south, I think there is a chance, in this area, there could be more. There could be more. And like I said, the HRRR spitting out over an inch in some of these spots. So, but I think the heaviest snow is going to be out here towards Kansas into southeastern Colorado. 4 to 8 inches easy with some higher amounts. Dark blue surrounding that. 2 to 4 inches with some isolated higher amounts. Like I said, if you get some banding set up, they can start dumping, especially and then as you get into the a little bit darker, lighter, I don't know to say light dark blue, basically from Missouri, basically Kansas City, St. Louis, up to Hannibal, Burlington, Iowa, like Mount Pleasant, Iowa as well, over towards Peoria, Chicago, Indianapolis. We go over towards Detroit, and then Cleveland. Let's say, I think a dusting to 1 to 2 inches possible, especially where these bands set up. Um, it's going to be critical because there's going to be areas maybe 40, 50 miles away from you if you live in these lighter dark blue areas that may get 1 or 2 inches, but then you may only get a dusting. So it all depends on where these banding sets up. This is a weak system. The system is pretty dynamic right now, as it's coming into southeastern Colorado into Kansas, but as it moves east, it's going to kind of lose its punch. But there's an upper level disturbance coming in behind it, uh, probably Sunday night, and that's where I'm thinking, or Saturday night, Sunday night. That's where that area I circled. It's becoming a little bit more interesting there. Now, we're going to go over I'm going to go over the HRRR here for this weekend system, and then we're going to go over all the details for this major, possibly big winter storm that's coming for the southern plains in through the Ozarks, and then up towards the Ohio Valley. There's still some room for some waving around in that track. So let's get right into it. All right, here's the high res short term model, the HRRR. You see some snows breaking out already this morning across southeastern Colorado. There was a special um, thing from the SPC about an inch to 2 inches an hour, possibly for a few hours out here in Colorado. That's where I have those heavier bands or heavier snowfall totals. And then as this thing comes east, basically all the way through most of western half of Kansas, going to hit some snow. This is 7 o'clock on Saturday. See some rain breaking out across Louisiana into Mississippi, Alabama. Western Arkansas. You can see up here in the higher terrain, probably above 1,500, 2,000 feet up here in northern Arkansas. You can see some mix starting to happen in here. And look at this 540 line. That is key. Okay. Also, let me draw this out. We are going to have lower dew points out in this area. So when this moisture comes in, you're basically going to have to saturate the column, which means you're going to have evaporative cooling, and then at the surface temps will come down, and that's why the HRRR is picking up at some accumulations here, and I'll show you that here in just a second. But here we are going forward. This is 10 p.m. Saturday. Look at this. You got snow breaking out here in southern Missouri, northern Arkansas. Maybe a mix as well. Band of snow out here in Kansas, northern parts of Missouri. If anybody's going to the Kansas City game or watching it, you may see some rain mixed with snow around Kansas City during the Chiefs game up that way. And then look at this. Look what's going on here in northern Arkansas and southern Missouri. This is really ramped up over the past, few runs over the past few hours. So I'm getting a little bit more, confident that there may be some accumulations down through here, southeastern Missouri, maybe northern Arkansas. That's why I just showed you that accumulation map. Now, I may have to adjust that circle area I showed you going forward, but I still have some time to do that. I could do that in the morning if these trends hold. Okay, trends are your friend. Okay, so. Look at this. You got some moderate snows going on, basically from like West Plains, possibly over to Cape Girardeau, maybe Poplar Bluff, maybe mixing in, Jonesboro, maybe mixing in with some snow, rain snow, possibly all the way through northern Arkansas, and then this thing starts wrapping up a little bit, and it's just following the Ohio Valley here, and then either side of it, northern parts of Kentucky, Indiana, southern parts of Indiana, going up towards Ohio. Let me go over to the east here so I can show you this part. Lots of rain down here in Georgia, the southeast part of that, so no winter weather there. But this thing starts picking up intensity. Low pressure starts developing. Looks like it's going to skirt on the west side of the Appalachians here, and then snow's breaking out, like I said, through Ohio. They just had severe weather there, I believe, a couple days ago. This thing basically goes up towards the northeast. Now, let me show you snowfall totals for just this system. So here we go. We have this thing has 6 to 12 inches out here in western parts of Kansas, southeastern part of Colorado. The potential is there for that. Now look, this is what I was talking about. This is what I was talking about right in here. Look at this. This is really ramped up over the last 6 hours or so. Uh, the HRRR runs every like 55 minutes. All right, so it initializes a new run every 55 minutes. So this thing's got, an inch or two possible in spots. Of course, if banding sets up, look at this. I mean, even into northern parts, northwestern parts of Kentucky's got 1 to 2 inches, 2 to 3 inches up here in Ohio, parts of Indiana. Go out to the east here. I mean, it's all the way through Ohio. Some places 3 to 4 inches. So something to bear watching. This is going to happen probably Saturday night through Sunday and Sunday evening. So I'll keep you guys updated on that. But I'm going to show you. So since I showed you this, let me show you snowfall amounts one more time on this. All right, so here's the totals again. I will post this in the comments on Facebook as well in a separate post. I'll do it in a story as well. But if I had to change anything, it'd be that circled area to get a bit more accumulation. Okay, so keep that in mind as we go into Saturday night through Sunday night. All right. Now let's dig in on this potential big winter storm coming in early to midweek. All right, I'm going to get right into modeling and we're going to compare. Okay, so the right side, GFS 18Z, left side is 00Z. Right is 18Z, the left is the 00Z GFS. Okay, so let's move forward. So this is this weekend system moving through, and this is Sunday morning. All right, lots of rain across the southeast. You see this lobe of cold air kind of draining into the area, and then we get into Monday. Still lots of snow up here in the northeast. Rain, lots of rain across the southeast and the coastal Atlantic coast here, and then here comes our next piece of energy out here in the mountains up here, and it's going to be diving straight south into southwest Texas. And you can see it's just really digging. This is the 18Z, and here's the 00Z. It just keeps digging. A lot of snow going to be breaking out across northern Texas. Excuse me. So we're gonna have we have an upper low. This is a key. This is a key to watch. Watch this. Upper low here. I'm gonna zoom this in. Hold. All right, zoomed in for us here. So look at where the low pressure's placement is here on the 18Z. Look how far north it is. And then here's the upper level low back here. Okay? So look where the low placement is here on the 00Z. Look how much farther south it is. And then you have the upper low back behind it. All right? So we go forward. This is Tuesday afternoon, around probably early afternoon. Very heavy snow across the Red River here, either side, into Oklahoma, northern parts of Texas, the panhandles out here. This upper low is trying to catch up to the surface low and trying to stack it. If that actually happens, which the GFS is trying to do, look out, because you're gonna have some dynamic cooling top down. There's gonna be, I know some of your apps are saying, oh, it's going to be a little warm, too warm for this, too warm for that. Well, it's not factoring in that we get some top down cooling, and we have basically, we get that upper low might be on top of the surface low. We're going to have dynamic cooling, and it's just going to be pulling down that cold air as it's snowing through the column and just pulling down that cold air to the surface. So cold air is going to be wrapping in and coming down to the surface behind this and north and northwest of this. Okay, so Look how much farther south the snow is compared to the 18Z. This is the 18Z over here. This is the 20 or the 00Z, okay? A little bit further south. The timing, this system is slowing down just a tad, okay? So this is going to be going into overnight on Tuesday. Snow has pushed a lot further south. This low is already strengthening. It's below 1,000 millibars here across eastern Texas. And then this sucker rockets over towards eastern parts of Louisiana. Look at all this snow breaking out across Arkansas. This is very, very, very heavy snow across the Ozarks here through southeastern Oklahoma, back into Texas, wrapping in behind that upper low, and then bam, you have snow into Dallas, Fort Worth, going into late Tuesday night, and then snow northern half of Arkansas and heavy at that. I'm going to show you. We're going to have a chance if this model comes true. Like I said, this is just one model. There's going to be a lot of changes probably in the next few days. The system will not be sampled. The system will not be sampled probably until late this weekend. So a lot of stuff could change, all right? Just showing you the possibilities. This is not a forecast. All right, so this thing really starts ramping up. Lots and lots of snow. This upper low is catching up to the surface low, and because look at this, because you have it over northeastern parts of Louisiana on the 00Z on the left side of your screen. Okay, look what the surface low does. It goes east, then wants to jog back northeast or northwest because that upper low is basically kind of encompassing it. Okay, so that's going to create, look at this, you got snow all the way into northeastern parts of Arkansas. This is early on Wednesday morning. It's starting to seep into far northwestern Tennessee, western Kentucky. I mean, look at the 18Z, what it did. You had rain. So there is been adjustments to this track, of course, and there's going to be continued adjustments as we go forward. Okay, because like I said, this system has not been sampled. All right, so here we go. See where that upper level low is back here through Arkansas, basically almost on top of the surface low. Lots of snow. I mean, lots of snow going to happen through the Ozarks, through southern Missouri, through northern Texas, Oklahoma, and then bleeding up the Ohio River. So, like I said, this came further south and east, and it's going to be snowing almost to the Mississippi River, possibly in Arkansas and Missouri. Okay? This thing really ramps up and then gets out of here and goes towards Ohio, and you can see wraparound snows getting all the way back into Tennessee for on the 00Z. Now I'm going to take off the comparison here. Actually, I'm not going to take it off because I'm going to show you. Okay, word of caution. You're going to be shocked at these snowfall amounts because it went berserk. Okay, so I'm going to show you this, then I'm going to show you the ensemble members. It takes all the members of the GFS and creates a mean. Okay, I'm going to show you that here in just a second. But word of caution, this is not a forecast. This is not a forecast, showing you the possibilities, all right? Yet again, this is not a forecast, so take this with a grain of salt because there could be a lot of adjustments. Snowfall amounts could come down, could go up. A lot can change. All right, so 18Z on the right. So let's just take a reference point here. So you have Batesville, Arkansas. 18Z is saying 0.2 inches. 0.2 inches. Now, look what the 00Z says. It says 8.5. So this track, like I said, is coming further and further southeast. Now, another point of reference. Dallas, a half an inch on the 18Z. Come over here. Come over here to 00Z. 2 inches. So like I said, the snowfall is coming more and more south as we go forward. But there is still time for adjustments, all right? Still a lot of time for adjustments. But as of right now, my confidence level is medium to high. We're going to have a major winter storm. Somebody, I just have this gut feeling, somebody's going to get a foot of snow out of this. Somebody's going to get a foot of snow out of this. And I think the most likely area would be northwest Arkansas and some of those higher terrain, higher elevations in northwest Arkansas. I think that would be the prime spot as of right now to see over a foot of snow. And I'm going to show you why here in just a second. Let's take a look at means, though. I'm going to show you that. All right, so when I said northwest Arkansas of getting at least or maybe a foot or more of snow, this is what I'm talking about, okay? You're probably wondering, what the heck is this map? Well, this is the probability, this is the mean. It takes all the GFS ensemble members, puts them all in together to create a mean. This is the probability of total snowfall exceeding, not equaling, exceeding a foot, okay? Look at this across the Red River into southern Oklahoma here. The blue is, I believe, 0 to 10%. The next stage of blue is 10 to 20. You get to the greens, 20 to 30%. Up here, the darker greens, northwest Arkansas, southern Missouri, we're talking 30 to 40% likelihood of snow, probability of snow exceeding a foot. So those are the chances. And then as you get into this yellow tint right here across far northwestern Arkansas, that's almost a 50% chance of exceeding a foot of snow with this system. Now you can see there's chances, I mean it's slim, but 0 to 10% chance all the way up through southern Missouri, a couple spots up here in Illinois and Indiana is even as well. Now, let's taper it down a little bit. Let's go to probability of snow exceeding 6 inches. This is probability of snow exceeding 6 inches, okay? I had to lower that down so you guys can see the legend at the bottom here. Okay, here's the legend. All right, so in the yellows, that's 50 to 60% chance. In the yellow, there's some blotches over here in Texas. You follow the Red River down, that's a 40 to 50% chance of snow exceeding 6 inches. This is on this one model run, of course. So, and then as you get up through the yellow, that's 50 to 60%. Orange is 60 to 70. The darker orange, that's 80 to 90% chance of exceeding 6 inches of snow. Crazy high odds, especially across northern Arkansas, southern Missouri, even through Oklahoma, parts of Texas even, and then going up through Illinois, into Indiana, Ohio, and look even down through Kentucky because, like I said, we have multiple members of the GFS that come all together and create a mean, and this is the mean what it thinks of the areas that could exceed 6 inches of snowfall. And it's bleeding all the way down towards the Kentucky-Tennessee line. This light blue is 10 to 20% chance. Okay? So there is room for this storm to come further south, according to the ensemble members. All right, even northern parts of Kentucky, you got the yellow up here, 50% chance of exceeding 6 inches. All right, now let's go to this is the probability of snow exceeding 3 inches. These red areas, 90 to 100%. 90 to 100%. And you even come down here to northeastern Arkansas, towards Little Rock, even, you have a chance of exceeding 3 inches of snow. Come all the way down here to southwestern Arkansas, even, just the northern suburbs of Dallas, Fort Worth. I mean, north of there, good chances. You're getting the 40 to 50% likelihood of 3 inches of snow. Okay? Now, here's the 1 inch probability of snow exceeding 1 inch. Look at this. Look at all this dark red. That's 90 to 100%. You get in the orange, it's 80 to 90. You get the drift here. And look how far south this is. You got a probability of exceeding an inch all the way almost into central Texas through most of probably the northern 3/4 of Arkansas. You look at this. It's even bleeding over into Tennessee. Okay. Up into northern Tennessee, you get towards north central Tennessee, towards Nashville. Look at this. The probabilities are 40-50% of at least getting an inch. So the chances are there. All right, on this one model. I just wanted to show you that. Okay. Now let's get into the euro. I've already been talking for almost 30 minutes, so I apologize. But there's just a lot of stuff to go over, and I like to show you all the bits and pieces of what the models and the ensemble members say as well, because the trend is your friend. Plus, you don't want to just look at the deterministic model, because that's just one thing they'll just throw out a huge amount of snow. You need to look at the mean and see what all the members come together and say as a mean. And there's a lot of consensus here. There's going to be a major winter storm. Okay. Let's go take a look at the euro, and it's finally in. Here's the latest 00Z euro. This is this weekend system. Here comes the next system, digging down into Texas, snow breaking out across basically northern half of Texas. You can see these little blotches, rain starting to mix with snow here. And then this thing takes a pretty similar jog, except it takes it over northern parts of Louisiana. The upper lows trying to catch up. Big time snow's breaking out here across Oklahoma into northern parts of Texas. Northern half to almost 3/4 of Arkansas, you got snow. This is early Wednesday, or this is late Tuesday night. This is 9 p.m. All right. Similar scenario, basically as the GFS. So the GFS has now folded to the European model, which I fully expected. So we have consensus, basically consensus. There's a little minors areas of where this may be, but you have overall consensus between the Canadian GFS and the Euro now. But like I said, it's just one model run, but that has been consistent for I've been talking about a possible winter weather event for probably 6 days now. Okay, so all the pieces of the puzzle are coming together. Okay, and the final piece of the puzzle will come probably Sunday night when we get a sample on the system, and then we nail down the track. All right. So here's a system basically coming through eastern Mississippi or western Mississippi, going up towards western parts of Tennessee. Lots of snow back here, even towards Little Rock, maybe Jonesboro, southeastern Missouri, southern Illinois, most of Missouri. This is going to be a very powerful system coming through. And then this thing gets out of here. Don't worry about this. This thing tries to change it back to rain. That's probably not going to happen with this cold air coming in behind and this upper low coming in behind it as well. Okay, so you got snow even breaking out here in Kentucky. And then this thing gets out of here. So how much snow are we talking? And like I said, this cold air comes in right behind it. So, and we get snowpack, it's going to be even colder across the area. Some of your apps are probably saying it's going to warm up to the 40s and stuff. Well, if you have 6 to 8 inches or 10 inches of snow on the ground, you will not warm up. The sun's energy is going to take all that warmth and energy is going to be all just basically trying to melt the snow. It's not going to warm up the air at all until you get all that snow melted. Okay, so the temperatures will come down if you get a good snow cover. Okay, all right, so here's the European snowfall amounts. Look at this. You have 5 to 8 inches, a lot of places. Then you get into these pinks, that's 8 to 12. Southern Missouri, northern Arkansas, southeastern Oklahoma, into parts of Texas. And then look at this. You have snow like all the way down towards this thing tries to throw out some snow out here in northwestern Oklahoma, or no, sorry about that, Oklahoma. Northwestern parts of Louisiana, even. Northwestern parts of Mississippi, some parts of Tennessee. And then you get up here towards Kentucky, it's got 2 to 4 inches through most of Kentucky. Okay, and then you get up here towards southern Indiana, you got a good 6 to 10 inch swath, and then going up towards Ohio as well. And let me go to the east here so you can see this across the east. All right, so that is where we stand right now. So I'm going to show you my thinking. You've seen the map earlier. I've actually trended the snow a little bit further south. Okay. All right, so here we are. I made some minor adjustments, but overall, my thinking still remains the same. Okay, still remains the same. Forecast conference is moderate. I do think we're going to get a winter storm in here. Okay, but my confidence is still moderate because I'm still unsure on the track. So there's some question marks there. The track is key on where the snow is going to lay down. Okay. So dark blue, better chance of accumulations, okay? The light blue, accumulations are uncertain because of the low track. All right. Like I said, potential's going up on a Tuesday, Wednesday storm system. Track is uncertain still at this time. This storm will get sampled probably by Sunday night. Okay, so we're going to nail down this track. Plus, we're going to get range of the short-term models too, which we can decipher over as well. So all models, all the global models, the long-range models are on board with a significant storm system in the Southern Plains. So stay tuned. Another thing I forgot to mention. You saw the GFS and how dynamic this was. There is going to be some CAPE with it as well on the northwestern side of this system, which means there could be thunder snow out here across northwestern, north central Arkansas up towards southern Missouri, possibly into Oklahoma as well. If that happens, you will get some intense snow rates of 2 to 3 inches an hour, or maybe a little bit higher than that if you get some thunder snow. Okay, so basically, what thunder snow is, it's kind of like a thunderstorm in the summertime. There's a general thunderstorm in summertime, but it's in the winter. Snow is falling. Heavy rain. You see how heavy the rain gets under a thunderstorm. Okay, so that's basically what's happening in the winter, except you got snow falling. Okay, 2, 3, 4 inches an hour could be possible. Okay, if that happened. Okay, there's a lot of uncertainty on this track. but it is very dynamic, very dynamic. And like I said, my gut feeling is somebody's going to get a foot of snow out of this. And my bet at the moment is going to be some of those higher mountains up here in northwestern Arkansas. Okay, there's where we stand right now. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not going to get any sleep probably um, until this storm system comes in because there's a lot of excitement whenever there's snow, and I'm always waiting for that next model run or suite of models that come in every 6 hours. So it's like clockwork. I might sleep for a little bit, and then bam, here comes the 6Z. I might wake up, look at that, look at those models, decipher that, and then may go take another nap. So I'm going to continue doing live briefings with you guys on YouTube. I will, like I said, on YouTube. If you would please push that like button, share this with your family and friends. Get them on here. Make sure you push that all on your notifications in Facebook when you subscribe, so you will get notified when I post any content or go live on YouTube. Also, I'm going to post this video, this live video after we go live on YouTube. I'm going to post it back onto Facebook for everyone. Okay? All right. I'm telling you, big storm system could be coming into the region. A lot to decipher over the next few days. Stay tuned for sure. And thank you all if you guys stayed up with me. I appreciate it. I know you guys have been waiting for me to go live here, but I appreciate you guys. Thank you so very much. We have over 1,200 subscribers now on YouTube. Now, one more thing. Facebook subscribers are different. That's actually a paid service. They get the long range outlooks, giveaways, first dibs at seasonal content, etc. We go into a lot more detail in the subscriber hub on Facebook. Now, YouTube has a different saying of liking or following a page like Facebook is. So basically, when I say come over to come over to YouTube and subscribe, that doesn't mean you're paying for anything. So you're coming to YouTube, subscribing. It's a free service. Okay. I'm just going to be posting a lot more videos over here and giving you guys another avenue to get you information. Okay. So, like I said, thank you guys. If you stayed up with me, I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much for your support. I will continue to keep you guys updated. We still have, we're still 4 days away from this system, so a lot can change. Have a great morning now. So, have a great Saturday, everyone.